Hello, welcome once again. Poetry changes lives. Poetry really does change lives, you know. It can affect the way you feel, and therefore it affects the way you think. And when you think differently, your behavior changes accordingly, and that's how your life can change with poetry. This book, Poetry Changes Lives, is just a book of daily poems and thoughts for the day and a historical event that happened. PoetryChangesLives.com is the website. Let me demonstrate. On this day, in 1802, the French novelist Victor Hugo was born. Very great man. His father was an officer in the French army, and these were interesting times, of course, the early 1800s. Napoleon had been in power for 2 years when Victor Hugo was born. The Battle of Waterloo took place when he was just 13 years old. Young Victor saw many places, traveling round where his father was posted while he was in the army. Later, when he married, his family was sadly beset with a number of tragedies, particularly his beloved daughter, who was drowned in a boating accident at the age of just 20 years old. A devastated Victor wrote several heart-rending poems. Here is one that is very moving, I think, very sad. It's called, well, in French it's called Demain des Aubes, which means tomorrow at dawn. And I'm going to read it in translation, of course. Tomorrow at dawn, the moment daylight touches the land, I will leave. You see, I know that you will wait for me. I will go through forest. I will go across the mountains. I cannot rest far from you for long. I will trudge on, my eyes fixed on my thoughts, without seeing outside of myself, without hearing any sound, alone, unknown, backbent, hands crossed. Sad, and the day for me will be like the night. I will not look upon the golden sunset as night falls, nor on the sailboats from afar that descend on Harfleur. And when I arrive, I will place on your grave a bouquet of green holly and heather in bloom. Such a sad event, sad poem. Victor Hugo, of course, became a national treasure. He was hugely popular, famous, revered. During his lifetime, the Avenue des Lots, where he lived, was renamed Avenue Victor Hugo. It's one of those great avenues that run off the Étoile in Paris. I lived in it once myself, actually. It's a beautiful avenue. Letters to Victor Hugo were thenceforth addressed quite simply to Monsieur Victor Hugo à son avenue, at his avenue, Paris. What a wonderful address to have. Well, today even it would be a poor French town indeed that did not have a street named after Victor Hugo. When he died, 2 million people thronged the streets of Paris, joining his funeral procession from the Arc de Triomphe down to the Panthéon, and just quite justly so in my view. A great man. Today I reflect on the ability to love and to recognize that feeling and to be able to share it. Thank you for listening.